Oh my god. Hello, YouTube and Twitch. and kick, I guess, for episode 34 of the Super Duper Dreamland and Oxygen Not Included. So, welcome, welcome. Elusive Ocelots, as they made it to the stream for on time for once. Well, I was a bit late, so I apologize for that. Mic check good. Yeah, I wasn't muted when I was taking a drink, so sorry about that. Hey Sean Monahan, nice to see you. Nice to see you again. Welcome, welcome. Just trying something new with the setup. So this is not ideal. I think now that I look at it, but I'm staring off to my left when I'm talking to the chat. So I might change that around again. Anyways, let's start the game. I literally just loaded the game in. I was extremely tardy coming to the stream today, trying to get things set up. So thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you so much, Elusive Ocelot and Sean, for being the first in the chat. Thank you to everyone who is lurking. Today we're picking up right where we left off in the last episode. So we kind of got a little bit I forgot what we were talking about, Snorlaxes and such. So the rocket mission came back as I was showing some stuff off on stream. So I didn't really pay attention to it. It looks like we got some broken pipes here, or something is broken, or rather. It says here, oh, it's the liquid pipes. Okay, I guess it's these pipes that are slightly broken, and I believe we launched this rocket last time without retracting the gantries, so let's try not to do that again. Maybe we'll build another gantry here so they can get to this liquid piping. Anyways, while we let them do that and let the game run for a bit, how are you guys tonight? How was everyone in chat? Elusive Ocelot, how are you? Sean, how are you doing? How was your Sunday? We got a lot of snow here. Our first snowfall of the year. So I was just dealing with some stuff with the snow before I got on stream. Anyways, hopefully mic adjustment as well is a little bit off. Anyways, hopefully you guys had a great Sunday, and let's get into it. And if you guys want to let me know how your Sunday was, feel free to do that. And yeah, I guess we'll pick up right where we left off. So let's take out these coffee mugs, encrusted teapots. That must be Russell's teapot. We got that in the last episode. And it looks like we have a bunch of material. Let's see what material we got on the last mission. So I don't even remember. Nickel. Oh, a nickel and peat. Nice. So not only did we get peat, I think we got fullerene. Oh, it's coming out here now. Peat, shale, amber, iridium. Yeah, lots of stuff from that asteroid when we went to get Russell's teapot. Elusive Ocelot says, good. I ran out of steel for lime for steel. Holy smokes. That's a lot of steel you're making. That is a lot of steel. How's our lime looking here? I haven't checked in a bit. 7 tons. Okay, so we're doing all right. We have enough eggs hatching anyway, especially from the Packoos, that we should be all right. What cycle are you on, Elusive Ocelot? That you're running out of steel. I can't remember if you've told me before how far you were on your playthrough. 200. All right, that's not bad. So yeah, it's still very early in your playthrough, so it's hard to get a lot of lime at that point. Hey Harley, good evening. Harley, how was your Sunday? Did you guys get a lot of snow as well? Thank you for joining me tonight, Harley. Okay, so let's try to rebuild these liquid pipes without having to build a gantry here. That's kind of the ideal situation. And can they reach this to restock the diamond? Yes, they do. They already did. Snowy. Snowy angry face. Why the angry face, Harley, with the snow? You don't like the snow? Hopefully they can get to that one. Okay, and then we'll start sending. We should have plenty of. Where's my ceramic here? Okay, we should have a little bit of ceramic. Maybe we can get some more pipes built. Okay, anyway, so the missions that I want to do for this episode, I guess we'll just kind of go over it here. I want to, where's this thing? I want to come back on here, and I want to fix all that's going on. And we figured out in the last episode that sending payloads needs an unpacker. So I need a payload opener for this. For some reason, I thought this might just work manually, but obviously you can't just send interplanetary payloads without an unpacker. So we're gonna have to get some materials on our rocket in order to. I think we'll send the petroleum rocket can probably make it here. Yeah, we probably can come here with the petroleum, and then maybe send the hydrogen off to space and keep trying to find more artifacts. So yeah, this is ideally what I want to do, is just start sending some barbecue to this tree, the angry tree here, and I need an unloader, so I have to send the material here. Maybe build another solar panel. We have some more power because this only produces, it only produces, it's running at very low efficiency, so not a lot. Harley says, we already have to shovel our driveway. Well, that's unfortunate, Harley. I don't mind shoveling though. I kind of like shoveling sometimes. Not when it's a lot of snow, but a little bit of snow's okay. Anyway, so I think we'll send a okay, we got sandbox motors off. That's good. I know I had sandbox mode turned on last time I went to there to test something out, so just wanted to make sure it was off and we're not accidentally playing with that. Yeah, so we'll get that rocket going, send the material over to build the payload unloader. And then, yeah, we're basically trying to finish the game by completing these tasks. So hopefully I can get the opener done today too. So the opener is on the cold asteroid, I think. Yeah, there it is. So that's another one that I have to fix here. Should be pretty easy. I don't have to keep this battery up here. I can put it down here, and that'll work a lot better. Yeah, payload opener once again. Probably a little bit of automation, but basically this is not too hard. I don't even have to do much here. All I have to do is, maybe this will even work if I don't have any metal. So I need some metal here, but maybe I can just connect these wires, and then start producing rads from the wrecked satellites. So these wrecked satellites, they produce a ton of rads, and hopefully this kind of works. I might have to rebuild this a couple times because it's not going to be very cooled. The atmosphere is probably not going to do a whole lot, but that's my idea for charging the temporal Terras. Basically just using the rad bolt generator and just sending some rad bolts in there. And I have to get these activated, so I have to build one on the other asteroid as well. I don't think I have one here. Nope. And then we'll start to settle this one. This one's going to be interesting. We might settle this later on. I don't think I have to settle it. I kind of want to because it'll be an interesting challenge. But we'll try to avoid having to come here if we can. Bethona. Obviously, we've been to Bethona. The easiest thing to do here. Oh, here you go, William. Where's William when you need William? Here's your Escher waterfall, William. I'll have to show him when he gets in the chat, if he comes tonight, that we are doing the Escher waterfalls technique here. It's kind of interesting. This is a naturally created Escher waterfall technique. I think that's what that is. William will know. And then, yeah, just some other asteroids we got to settle to get, the Mumini, and then that one's already done. So yeah, those are the objectives. Let's start right away by fueling our rocket and getting it prepped for the next mission. So let's see what this is connected to. This is connected to, my mouse sort of gave out there. Connected to oxygen, so let's go ahead and fire the oxygen one up. I think this is, we'll do 400 here. I forgot exactly how much we need for this. It's 450 is the max, and it already has basically 100, so 350 is kind of what I need in here. And yes, it is coming down the right tube. So hopefully, I think I might have sent way too much. But that's okay, because this is already this needs to be relocated anyway, so I'm not majorly upset about that. I would have liked to not waste it if possible, but it is what it is. Let's see what happens. We can always drain it if we have to and just kind of let it spill onto the rocket tunnel and whatever. We're at the point now in the game where liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen is not insanely valuable unless we were to somehow lose all of this stockpile. So if we have to waste a little bit, then it's not the worst thing in the world. But you know, I just don't want the pipes to be breaking. That's kind of annoying. So and then my already forgetting how to play. All right, so there we go. That's been done. Reconnect there. And then now we can reconnect here like so. And then, yeah, this is also not ideal, but again, well, I think we'll just drain it. This is already off. Should be off. And then we'll start sending the hydrogen. What's the criteria for sending this stuff? This has to be on, okay. So, I mean, in hindsight, I would have redone this system so I don't run... Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense, doesn't it? I would have redone this system so I'm not sending... like, it is slightly inconvenient to have my hydrogen production and oxygen production all the way over here. So in an ideal scenario, I think I would have maybe built my production for that in this area and just have it blocked off, maybe like in a sealed, self-contained area away from the rocket exhaust. And I think that would have been much better long-term. But this is what we ended up with. So, oh, just a little bit of oxygen coming in. I wonder if oxygen is going to make a huge deal for this. Like, surely it will just cause me to have to rebuild. Okay, well, I guess it just keeps it. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I was gonna empty it out, William, but I decided to let it go and see what happens. I've never had that happen before, but evidently it just stores it, so I guess it's just an unusable amount of space now, or I don't know. Hey, check this out, William. What asteroid is this? You were talking about using the Escher waterfall on, was it this asteroid? No, it wasn't this one. Bethona. So we are using the Escher waterfall, William. Check this out. This just naturally happened, I suppose, through whatever means, and you can see the water level sort of dropping. So kind of interesting. So we actually, in some areas, we also have 5,000, 7,000 kilograms of liquid here. So kind of cool. Hey, Melotki89. Hopefully I didn't completely butcher that name. Thank you so much for joining the chat tonight. How are you, Melotki? It's fine. Please let me know if I got that wrong. I haven't seen your name in chat before, so I try my best to not completely just call you the wrong thing forever and ever. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Love having new viewers or lurkers or first-time chatters around. I randomly saw your stream on YouTube. That's awesome. So you're joining on Twitch because you like Twitch, or did you already sub to me on Twitch? Well, regardless of which is it, I thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I prefer Twitch way more for streams. Gotcha, I gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. Twitch does have way more features in some aspects. Actually, for streamers, it's way better. But you know, they each have their pros and cons. I'm glad you're watching regardless of what platform you're on. So thank you for joining and welcome to the stream. We're just so I guess I'll give you a little bit of an update if you haven't been following the VODs or the streams on YouTube. We're just sending our duplicants to on a hydrogen rocket to missions around the star map, trying to complete the game. And the way I like to consider the game to be completed is by completing all of the objectives on the printing pod. So this is fairly easy. Hey, Chewy, thank you so much for joining. Good morning to you, Chewy. Thank you for joining on Twitch also. Really appreciate that, helping to get some support on Twitch. Very excited about that. Thank you guys so much for joining on Twitch. Very, very appreciative of that. So I was just explaining to Malotki 89 here what we're doing. Basically, we're trying to complete the objectives to complete the game before the update is live, so we can start a new colony. And the way I consider the game to be officially, let's say, beaten, yeah, there's a free update coming for the game this month, or maybe, yeah, it is this month. I think it's like 2 weeks away, maybe three weeks away. Basically, it's a whole bunch of quality of life improvements and some bug fixes and some new content as well. Not a full-on DLC, but it will be it will be quite substantial in size, but it is not a full-on like paid DLC. It's completely free and mostly small additions like new critters, slight game changes, and all that stuff. Donnie, hey Donnie, says Ethan. I hope you're having a great, nice Sunday. I am. Thank you so much, Donnie, for joining. Nice to see you back here, Donnie. We got Diggin' Donnie got stuck. We were doing some more mining in the asteroid here. Kept getting stuck in all sorts of places. I see. Nice. I know what I'm gonna use my winter evenings on then. Hell yeah, that's awesome, Malotki. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of new stuff coming. Like I said, they're mostly very small things, but when you add them all together, it's quite substantial for what's coming. So already caused you trouble. It's always you, Donnie, that gets stuck everywhere. I don't know what it is about Diggin' Donnie, but all the time. Let's see. Let's keep. So I'm using a probably not very optimal method for fueling the rocket, and I'm just trying to get isosap from the tree before I divert from this method. So that's kind of been one of the problems. One of the things that have been made me procrastinate is the ceramic works all right for sending the liquid into the hydrogen rocket, sending the hydrogen, liquid hydrogen and oxygen, but you do have some issues with it where you can't let the hydrogen sit in the pipes or it will just boil off, even with ceramic. So basically, I've just been trying not to have too much of it inside the pipes, and even stuff like this is gonna break and cause me problems. So I might just send it all over and just have just vent it all out into space when it gets to here, because that seems like it's the best solution. And like I said, I think we have an abundance of liquid hydrogen and oxygen now to finish the game, and I'm not too worried about losing a little bit, venting into space. Obviously, I would prefer not to do that if possible, but if it happens, then so be it. Like, here comes another little bit. I love this game. Usually too busy to play, but whenever I come back, it always feels awesome. Absolutely, it does. I'm glad you feel that way, Malotki. I'm the same way. I sometimes I take breaks from this game and then I play another game that's very similar, and I'm like, man, I wish I was just playing Ani instead. So I just go and play Ani. So let's see here. We got food. We have everything charged up. We have, okay, we're all good. We're all good. Let's go ahead and send this to change here. Where do we want to go? We want to get some more artifacts. Hey, Fairy Nan, welcome to the stream, Fairy Nan. Nice to see you once again. Thank you for joining. What similar game do you play? So one of the games that I always that brings me back to here is Satisfactory. That's actually what got me back into the game this year, before I started making the YouTube videos. I just picked up Satisfactory again. Yeah, I guess this is happening now. And I was just like, man, I can't wait to play Ani again, so I just came back to Ani. My bet was on Factorial or Rimroll. Well, both of those games look amazing, but I just don't feel like I have enough. Like my time is a little bit like it's hard because, you know, when you work full time and then you try to play a game like this that takes so much of your, let's say, mental capacity, and then you pick up another game just like it, it's very hard to balance everything. So I try to stick to Ani because I'm familiar with it and I love it as well. Rimworld, I've always wanted to get into Rimworld. Factorial, the same thing. It's just, oh man, it's it's tough to try to do this and try to learn new mechanics. But, you know, when you're trying to also work 9 hours a day or whatever. Actually, you can put a limiter inside the tank. That way you can control the amount sent without worry. Yeah, that's what I was going off on, William. I got sidetracked, but I was saying, like, in hindsight was 2020, and then I started talking about something else. But I was going to say I would have built this in a way where all of this equipment is inside of the tank rather than being on the outside. But the reason I put it on the outside, so it was easily manageable in terms of changing it around if I had to, just in case I forgot something. And inevitably, it ended up working out mostly really well. Like, I think the signal switch makes sense here. I think this hydro sensor definitely makes sense for this, because this is what happens when I don't have a hydro sensor. So there's certain things from both builds that I think are pros and cons. Neither build is optimal in the sense that this equipment is all on the outside. This is probably better because it's a very short run. So if you have any boil off, it's going to be right here instead of all that. And then also another thing that I was thinking is just basically having it closer to the rocket. Like, this is not really not the best case scenario to have it all the way this over here, but I'm glad that it does work. So, I mean, I could have rebuilt it here, but I already had it set up here and all that stuff. And I think it looks, I think it's fine. It's definitely not optimal, but it's certainly going to get us to. Anyways, let me just launch a mission and then I'll get cut up with the chat again. So I have to get some artifacts. If I go here, I can get 1, 2, 3 artifacts. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's probably an all right mission. Let's do that. Let's do crew. Get the artifact from here, I believe. Okay. Make sure this is the one. Yeah, artifact available. The gas cloud is available. And it's available from here. Okay, so let's go ahead and launch Gene. We'll save again. If you guys are new to the stream, I always save because just in case I forget something and I don't want to have to crash and lose Gene. This time we'll open our things here. Let's see, everything's good. All right, good luck, Gene. Oh, I gotta make sure that I don't have it turned on to. I don't want to have to come back automatically. Where's my... Okay, it's off. I know they changed that menu a little bit in the update. I'm really excited about that. Fairy Nan says, nice to see you too. What are you doing in the game today? Thank you so much, Fairy Nan. By the way, how was your Sunday, Fairy Nan? In the game today, we are trying to get to the end of the game. And like I was saying to my load key, what I consider to be the end is when you complete all the objectives in the printing pod. So I'm doing a couple things simultaneously here, like trying to get space artifacts. Oh, I already have 7 terrestrial. or actually 7 space. I only have 3 terrestrial right now. I'll have to work on that. We have to open the Terra, breach the Terra, which is going to be at the very last thing I do when I finally send Gene overboard. And that one's pretty easy. That one just have to build printing pods. So that's kind of what we're doing. Now, in order to get there, obviously we're not going to get there tonight. Just going to have Gene getting some artifacts from these asteroids. I can do 1, 2, 3 really quick, mine some cargo, and then come back. And then I was thinking about sending the petroleum rocket to here, and just getting this guy. Well, maybe not to here. Maybe, I mean, I could probably send it to here to get this fixed up, have a payload opener for my barbecue, and then I can feed this thing some barbecue. But I was also going to go here and just turn on this rad bolt generator to start feeding this radiation, or rad bolts rather. Because if I can get this open, even if it takes me, let's say, 3 streams, because this will likely overheat multiple times, at least you know it's something that we're advancing towards. So Coldio, I wanted to go get done. I have to bring some gold. What's this made out of? Granite. I mean, there should be granite here. I was going to maybe put an auto sweeper here, and yeah, maybe just put an auto sweeper here, and I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm planning for tonight. Let's go back to here, get the petroleum rocket all started up, make sure that we have gold on board. We do have gold. What else do I need there? So I have gold. We have steel already here, not a whole lot. I could probably load some more steel if I want to. And that's pretty much it. I don't see, oh, maybe some more glass so I can build another panel, because this takes 400 and some odd watts. Yeah, 480, and I have to, this is not going to produce that much. This is only producing 60 watts right now. So yeah, pretty dim. It's a pretty dim asteroid, not the greatest. Is there anything here that I can, what's this? We got an iron volcano. Anything here that we can have some fun with while we're here? The thing is, I don't really need a lot of this, what's here. So I could very well bring some warm coats and maybe start a new colony by just taking people from the printing pod. Maybe have them set up. But the thing is, I just get so distracted so easily, I don't think they would last very long. They would probably start dying, so I'd be better off just sending a robot. So maybe that's what I'll do, actually. Maybe I'll send the robot who can just sit there and repair the thing. It was a good day. I played Fortnite, and now I'm doing homework. Well, thank you for joining me and having me on in the background. Really, really appreciate that. Yeah, that's kind of what the idea tonight is. Hey, Kevin. Nice to see you, Kevin. Thank you for joining. Good evening to you, and hopefully you had a great Sunday. We got small oxidizer. How are you doing tonight, Kevin? We got our first little bit of snow here today. Actually, quite a lot of snow, like maybe 3 or 4 inches here in Ontario. Yeah, so we got some gold. Let's get some glass. I don't think I have to. What's in here? Sandstone. I mean, whatever. Glass. Let's get some glass. Maybe we'll build 2 more solar panels. Wow, that's awesome. You're really advanced. I was only able to play for 10 minutes because you really need to know how to do a lot of research. Yeah, it's if you, I mean, the game is easy enough to learn, but there's a lot of things that work together. So that's kind of the problem with it playing in the long term. Is that as you get farther and farther, you end up having issues where you gotta keep learning more concepts into trying to get. And luckily, the game helps you out for the first hour or so with little tooltips on the top left corner. Then after that, you're kind of on your own. Yeah, snow today. Snow today. Who's the crew on here, by the way? Dig and Donnie's the crew. Dig and Donnie and Laborer Frankie and Jean. Well, I don't know if I want to send any of those guys. Sorry, Donnie. Gonna be sending someone else. Who's my other pilot? I know I have more than one pilot. I have 3 pilots. Okay, so Higby's a pilot. Higby's not very useful though everywhere else. George or Jorge is a pilot. I guess he can do some hard digging and give him super hard digging, I guess. Maybe we'll send Jorge or George. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and go to here. What were we gonna do? Go to here or... Which one's the cold one? It's this one. So it's actually pretty close by. Let's go to the cold one first. Go here. And then let's get the crew on board. Oh, I gotta make sure I keep an eye on Jean because I don't want to be no worries, I yarn for the mines. Let's get the crew on board. Make this non-grounded. I gotta keep an eye on Jean because I don't want her to just keep mining the one thing over and over. I wanted to get everything done. Is Georgia online? Yep, let's go. Oh no, that might no. My gantries. I think I got them. Okay. Whew. Should be okay. Gonna go or what? Unreachable module. Yeah, that's makes sense. When I tried to do a restroom, literally all my duplicants peed and contaminated my water. Oh no. So you made one of the of these ones, right? The outhouses, and it must have gotten over. Like once you use it 15 times, I think at that point it becomes unusable and they have to clean it. So you have to build more than one. If that was the issue there. Why doesn't this launch? Oh, it's closed. Okay, we had a meteor shower. I'm gonna say. Yeah, so the best thing to do is to build more than one, and then they can always use the other 2 when that one gets overfilled. But yeah, it's also hilarious that every single Oxygen Not Included player seems to always put that washroom over top of their main water storage. Which is so funny because I do that too. I think everyone does it. But I mean, it would be as easy as just building it or like wherever you want and then just putting like 2 tiles on the outside of it. So if they do overflow or if they're coming down the ladder and they pee their pants as they're coming down, the water's like off to the side or something. But we all do the same thing and they always pee in their water. It's actually pretty funny. As I mentioned before, I make Jorge my super dupe. I sent to new planets. He gets the boost to all his skills. Yeah, so I keep forgetting about duplicant skills altogether. Like it's one of those things that, especially in this playthrough where I just spent a whole bunch of time, not that it's I'm not trying to say it's you guys' fault, but usually. I'm just very relaxed and not as focused, so I tend to not remember a lot of things when I'm hanging out with the chat. my mind just can't comprehend doing or doesn't have the capacity to be doing that many things all at the same time. That's one of the reasons I don't want to start another asteroid, because I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to forget about all my duplicants on that asteroid, and then they're all just going to die. Nice work entering the Terra stuff. Yeah, we're almost there, Uther. Thank you for joining the stream, by the way. Thank you. How are you doing tonight? We're almost there. We're almost there. The Terra is within reach with hydrogen. It's not. I don't think we're gonna have too much of a problem with that. I think for us, it's just going to be progressing there within a reasonable time frame. I kind of gave up mostly because the game isn't in English. That's unfortunate, Ferdinand. Is there no mod for that? I feel like there should be a mod to do that. They have mods for so many different languages. I'm surprised they don't have. I don't know if they need to dig this out or this is gonna fall. But you should look into that, Fairy Nan, if you're interested in playing the game. I'm sure they would have a mod for it somewhere in the workshop. I'm going to test if automated rockets count for going in the Terra. Says Kevin. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I think, don't you have to send your duplicates through the Terra? Isn't that the requirement itself? Because if you send an automated rocket, I don't think it reaches. Yeah, it says here, send a duplicate on a one-way mission to the farthest star map. So I wonder, I would not bet on it that counting. It's really fun to watch them make their colonies super big. Well, I sorry to be a disappointment, Fairy Nan. I like having tiny colonies. I find them much easier to manage, and I think it's better for the computer. It makes it less choppy. But I appreciate you watching one of the smaller colonies. Hey, Grizz. Grizz says, is it better to build bunker tiles or interceptors? So I've never made the interceptor, so I don't know if that would be a better solution. I think bunker door is like, I mean, to me, I guess it depends on how much material you have as well, right? Because this bunker doors take a lot of steel, a lot of power. You know, you have to build transformers depending on how big this area is. So, you know, there's a lot of considerations to make, and I think the answer to that question is, why isn't this launching? The answer to that question is the whatever you prefer and what your playthrough is. Sorry, I'm just. Why doesn't this rocket launch? Is it because of this? I don't care about that though. I think the answer to your question is whatever resources you have and how much labor you're willing to allocate. Well, you know what? I wouldn't have a problem with unpermitted food if you just launched the rocket. It's not grounded. Crew is here. Okay, let's take Jorge out. Let's see if we can kind of reset this whole thing. I wonder if the module situation is the reason why it won't launch. Are there mods? I didn't know that. Yes, there are mods for it, and I'm almost certain you can find one that converts it to Spanish. I'm almost certain. Wait, what is a small colony? A small colony is like mine. I still have under 20 duplicates. I just find it easier to manage and basically less stressful. It takes longer to get through the game, but I find it to be a lot more manageable. Why are you here, Frankie? Get out. You can literally hang out anywhere you want. You don't have to be in here. You guys always get stuck in here. A crew. Look, everything should be. Oh, I gotta fix Jean. As much as I don't mind Jean being here, I'd rather have her go here and get the artifact. Okay, let's go. Let's launch. That's interesting. I don't know why it's not launching. You get less resources, but it costs less for blasters. Also, the new DLC tilts you towards blasters to start. Is it? Could it be because of this? Unreachable duplicates cannot reach this module. I don't like. So if I just build like here, it's kind of annoying. I'll just build. I don't know. There, can you guys? Is this in the way? Oh, this might be in the way. I don't even know why that's there. Let's try that. All sorts of problems. Just trying to get this rocket off the ground. It hasn't. I haven't used the petroleum for ages. Maybe it's got some corrosion in the engines or something. Okay, there's Jorge. He's on board, ready to go. Like, can you launch? I don't understand why you're not launching. Cancel launch. Is there an automation here that I'm accidentally connected to? No. I don't think. Cannot reach this module. What does that mean? Okay, let me check on Gene. Gene's actually doing some work here. This one, we've collected that. We've collected this. Let's go ahead and change. Go to here. I think it's this one. Let me just check. Available. Yep, that's the one. So let's go here and then we'll do a come back. Get those modules done. Vents. Well, the vents, it seems to work fine. Like the hydrogen rocket launch is just fine with this vent in the way. So maybe it's this vent. Very weird. Yeah, so let's try it again. So we'll get the crew on board, right? So right now the only checklist that we have is to get the crew on board. Seems easy enough. Maybe it is this vent. Once the crew is on board, I get unreachable module, which I don't really care about at this point. It just doesn't go. Oh, okay. Let's take these out. That shouldn't even affect it though. It can usually launch right through that. See, all I have is unreachable module. Is it because they can't get up here? No, they can get up here. But it's not like he can't pilot. It's the exact same cockpit configuration as the other rocket. Maybe it's this one. Let's try to deconstruct that. It can't be this one because the hydrogen rocket launches just fine with this. That's interesting. That's interesting, man. I wonder what that's all about. Well, you know what? Let me try to rebuild some of this rocket then. Let's ground it. Maybe we'll I mean, we're not bringing any artifacts home, so let's go ahead and take out this. I don't know, maybe it can't be too tall. It's got oxidizer, full fuel. Bunker doors, yep, bunker doors are open. It's got a clear line of sight to space. Nothing in the way. I mean, could it be this? That'd be odd, wouldn't it? Feels like it should be able to go through that. Well, anyways, we'll try it now. We just changed the state of the rocket. The status that it was giving us said all modules not reachable or something, and that only comes up on the status screen after you already load the duplicant in there. Now I don't know why they keep going in there. It's kind of annoying, but let's get all the crew. Go into here. All right, here comes Jorge. Boom, he's online. I get the same error, unreachable module, whatever, and doesn't launch. What is I don't understand what's unreachable. Duplicants cannot reach the storage unit. Oh, because okay, there's no storage unit, but duplicants cannot reach this rocket module. So it's talking about this one specifically. Why don't you leave grounded on? I mean, it should. It just means my. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The rockets. I guess the rockets broke. It says it's specifically talking about the spacefaring module, because duplicants cannot reach this, which again I don't really care about because they're already inside. And it's like Jorge just not a good pilot. He can't get it. He can't figure out how to launch it. No, he's definitely a good pilot. He's got both rocket pilotry skills. Let's try another crew member. I know I have someone else who can do this. I think it was the Frankie. No. Oh, it was Higby. Higby would be my least useful person to send because they can't dig very hard. So I don't know if I want to send Higby. I'd rather send. See if I can find someone else to send. I mean, I really want to send Jorge because he's already got all the stats. No one else loves training. No, I just won't launch at all. So if here, I'll do it again. I'll get Jorge on board. So Jorge's on board, right? The rocket is ready to go entirely. There's a warning for unreachable module, but like I said, I don't really care about that. And it just won't launch. So it's broken. The rocket's broken. Is this thing here yet? Almost there. What if I just send it like somewhere else? Cancel launch. Clear the destination. Let's send it to the orbit. Let's send it to orbit here. Get the crew back. Check its flight path. Flight path is pretty clear. I mean, the only thing that's kind of in the way is this vent, but that vent is always in the way regardless of the hydrogen rocket. Anyways, he's on board. So weird. Okay, let me try to remove the vent. The funny thing is I don't think we've done anything to the rocket. I mean, significant anyways, since we've last launched it. So, like, that's always where that vent was. So I don't think that was a problem. The only thing that I can think of is that I used to have, like, I guess ladders here or something that try moving the location of the cockpit. Sure. Let me just try this. I've already got the... Oh, Dig and Donnie, just fix it. Just do it. Why do you come and not build it? Okay, is he already there? Okay, he's already there. And it was a on launch sequence already. See, now I don't have the air. The air's not there anymore. I don't have any air. It just doesn't launch. Very, very weird. My bad, I'm playing Ani on the job. I don't... Okay, I'm gonna try what Grizz just said. I'll just change the location of this. Save and reload. I might have to save and reload. Very interesting. We'll try once more, and then if not, I'll save and reload. Yeah, it's just doesn't want to launch. Okay, before I save and reload, let me just see. Let me just change. Get Gene back home because I got the artifacts now. I don't really care about the materials as much. Yeah, we'll save and Made a mess. Who made a mess? Oh, Jorge made a mess. Dude, there's a... Oh, I had it grounded. All right. All right. All right. Kind of annoying, but all right. My bad. My bad. Get rid of all this now. You can leave your capsule that you refuse to launch. Oh, I can't sweep this because this has germs in it. Ooh. This was gonna... So actually, I gotta probably turn this off. Where's my germ overlay here? Okay, I don't have germs in here. I have radioactive contaminants, so I don't want to have them put anything in here right now, because for sure. Let's just put it out into radiation. Maybe right here. Can they get to that? Just put it here for now, and then... Just give me a profound quote about rockets and oxygen. Give me a profound quote about rockets and oxygen not included. Hey, Jaws, I have one. Rockets, the result of ingenuity and duct tape. How are you doing tonight, Jaws? I hope you're doing well. Switches. I don't know. I don't know if I have any problems with, like, I was assuming maybe it was automation the cause. There's no automation connected. Like everything was good to go on the checklists. We'll do the sweep function. We'll reload. We're gonna reload. Well, let's just sweep all this out of here. Jorge is still here for some reason. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that I have this uncrewed now. High stress. Well, you don't have to be here, dude. I'm not forcing you to be here. How do you click this thing? Dude, you can leave. You don't have to be in here. Oh, you can't leave. Okay. Can you leave now? Okay, come on, dude. I know you can leave now. Holy smokes. Why are you not leaving? You don't have to be in here. Now Jorge can't leave. Okay, I'm just gonna reload. I don't know what's going on. I probably shouldn't have saved with him inside. Oh, I think I just exited the game. I don't think I clicked the right button there. Sorry about that. I guess I'm on the desktop and that's why it's a black screen. Just give me a moment to launch the game again. I have no idea what was going on there. That was wild. Like, see, it says it's up. Okay, it's just doing the save the cloud thing. I recently learned that both duct tape and was once used as duct tape. I thought it was only duct tape. Duct tape is different now. I always thought it was actually I don't even know now. I mean, let me just Google that. What did I used to think of it? I always call it duct tape, like the animal, but it is actually duct. I guess duct tape. Huh. I don't know what was going on there. So I spent already almost an hour trying to get the petroleum rocket to launch. So weird. Duct tape is the right name for what I used to think was only called duct tape. Oh. Duct tape used to be for ducks, but it isn't anymore. The English language is it's just crazy. The game's loading right now, guys, so that's why it's blank. I don't know why it's blank while it's loading, but maybe I have to reset that in OBS. So let's see if it comes back online. Still a black screen, huh? Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see if we can fix. There it is. Zero the Liger, thanks for joining the stream. He says, I prefer the duct tape with the mac and cheese print. It's a thing. We sold it at Staples. Convert petroleum to high. I might have to do that, Uther. I don't know. I'll just disassemble. If this doesn't launch, I'm just gonna disassemble it. But I can't even get Jorge out of here now. He's all stressed out. Look, get out of here, dude. You don't have to be in here. Okay, he left. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I wanna try get it off the ground just to see if it'll work. How are you doing tonight, Zero? Hopefully doing well. Thank you so much for joining. We're gonna let Jorge have a little bit of a break. Maybe we'll just send Higby. Maybe Higby knows how to control the rocket. That's probably what the problem is. So, take out Jorge. Maybe because it's there's no light and he can't sleep or something. Now Higby's not the best person to send because they're a new duplicant. So we'll see how everything works out with Higby. Can they even leave the base yet? I don't think they can leave the base. Oh, good thing I checked that. Where's the oxidizer? I missed that overview of the rocket. I have it here. Now it's reachable if I have the gantry on. So but the module that's giving us the unreachable problem is the crew module itself. So it's this one. So Higby's online. Storage unavailable. Well, that's not true. But whatever. Let's just get it off the ground. Crew going to the thing. Let's. Yeah, it's actually just. I think it's just totally glitched. So whatever. We'll destroy the rocket. I think that might mean having to lose all the petroleum. Okay, Higby, you can leave as well, dude. You don't have to be in here. This rocket is just so glitchy. But yeah, we'll just do that. Destroy everything. I guess they can just put that back in the thing. Not a big deal. This definitely has storage available. It's right here. Oh, polluted water. Sweep only. Oh, no liquid. This is not a... Okay. That was my mistake. I was just got caught up in the... I thought this was a bottle drainer. I'll just do this because I already have it built. It wasn't until right now I realized his name is George or Jorge. I was pronounced George as George. Same with me, Donnie. So, funny story. I think I might have told this before on stream, but if you haven't heard it, this is how it goes basically. I made a video a while ago where I was just talking about how to unlock George and had the easiest way. And I think one of the best parts of the video, by the way, that I think a lot of people overcomplicate on, which is usually what I do, but the easiest way to unlock him is, well, the hardest thing about unlocking him is usually getting the core bonus. But the easiest way to do that is just to build some carpeted tile around his house, around his container, and then it unlocks. Super easy. Or wood. wood works too. I don't know if wood will work with the update, but anyways, wood's all. This is all you have to do to get the decor rating as high as you need it. And then, so I made a video on how to unlock him, and I called him George throughout the entire video, and people said that I think I got a few comments saying that I was saying the name wrong. So I was like, oh, there's no way. Did I really just say all these names wrong? That's kind of funny. So anyways, I call him Jorge now because I made sure I wasn't gonna make that mistake again. But everyone that comes on stream says it's supposed to say George, or they say George as well. So I don't know what to think anymore. I'm so confused. Sanyar's hurting for some reason. Oh, we don't need as much oxalite, I should say. So this is probably fine at 1000 kcals. George feels more lore accurate. On streams I usually alternate. I usually go back and forth. He does look like a George. I know a couple Georges in real life, and he does look like a George. Kind of funny too. Yeah, that's what people said for the video, Kevin, that it's just a Spanish variation. Anyways, let's go ahead and build the petroleum. Oh, I gotta delete this. Forgot to do that. Forgot to do the most important part of building a hydrogen rocket, is destroying the petroleum engine. All right, here we go. I mean, now we have 2 fully capable rockets, so it's really not that big of a deal. Then above this module, I guess I'll have a storage. So a large liquid fuel tank. Oh, we got some, I guess that's water. Water getting too hot in the pipes. Another liquid fuel tank, and then an oxidizer. Liquid oxidizer tank. And then since we have all this possibility now, use the bottle emptier into the fuel line to put petroleum back. Use the petroleum back in. For which? Oh, you mean for? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I didn't mean to do that. This is supposed to be hydrogen. Thanks for the heads up, Kevin. I don't know if that's what you were talking about, but I gotta delete it again. By the way, what was here? That's kind of weird. I don't think I can just empty. Is there like an empty function for that? I don't know. If I just delete it, it's quick enough, I think. How's Gene doing? Basically 3 cycles. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Build another one. Build another one. This time they're disconnected entirely. And then we have the oxidizer. Oh, right. Yeah, I gotta move a whole bunch of that stuff. Some of it is pretty hot. I don't think that will cause an issue because everything's being put here now, so it'd be okay. Sweep. I should already have a fill lines for here. Where is it? Where's my petroleum? Here it is. I guess I don't. Oh, here it is. Yep, I already have it for the petroleum. Yeah, I guess it's time that we kind of tidy this area up. What was the thing in front of the passage module? Is it this one that you're talking about? Sorry, model. You said model, not module. I read that wrong. In front of the passage model. Not sure. In front of the passage. I'm not sure which one you're asking about there, Grizz. Oh, this one here? Okay. This here is I think it's just part of the rocket, like the rocket, what's it called? The rocket tower, the rocket platform thing. It's not like part of it. I think it's like a glitch, a graphical glitch. Or let's see if it does anything. Yeah, I think it's just a graphical glitch. It happens on all of them sometimes. I'm not sure why. Not sure why. Anyways, let's see here. I think everything is... I guess another thing that I can do now is bring all this petroleum back in. So basically just have it... just tap off like this, and then it will slowly but surely drain back into itself where it needs to go, into wherever. I don't want to stop the flow of the petroleum coming from this guy here, petroleum boiler, because I don't want anything to happen to that. So I'm quite happy with just waiting for all the petroleum to slowly make its way back in. Start to delete some of this piping here, and then we can reroute all of the liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen stuff. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping to get these missions already off the ground, but I guess it's worth it to rework this rocket anyways, because it's going to give us far more capabilities now. So this is okay. That's okay. That can stay like that. And then now we just have to build. Why do I have less ceramic than before? That's fine, probably. Just go like that. I really need the isosap now, I think. Just go like this, I suppose. Do what you can, guys, with the amount of... definitely don't want granite. Oh, holy smokes. I might as well build this out of insulated or igneous rock for now. How far do you like to go with mods? I have quite a few graphic and quality of life mods. Airlock to remove the need for single or double liquid locks, but I'm curious about your take. Yeah, so I actually used that one as well, Donnie. I just haven't used it for the playthrough because of that exact purpose that you're asking me. Is I don't know how far other people would have liked to see me go with mods in this playthrough. So I tried to keep things that I can justify as being, let's say, within the bounds of the game that the developers created. And I was talking about that in a couple streams ago, that I justified the infinite storage for liquids in the same way. Like, there's no difference between, there's only one difference between having these 3 storage containers for infinite liquid storage, and that's essentially making these giant tanks that would fill up all the space in my asteroid. So in lieu of that, I just made tiny tanks to keep all the liquid in there. And I sort of want to believe that it also helps with performance. So that's my justification for doing sort of, let's say, mechanic breaking things like that. But as far as how far I like to go, I like to try to keep the game as vanilla as possible. Visual updates I love, so there's a whole bunch that I use. It's in the description below. Yeah, I try to go for just visual mods, especially for playing online. But as far as the airlock one, I do like using that one. And yeah, I guess it's a case-by-case basis. Like one thing that I used to use but I don't anymore is getting the exact duplicate you want from the printing pod. There's a mod for that where you can just literally go, okay, print next duplicate, and then you can choose exactly what skills and traits you want that duplicate to have. Because often what I used to do when I played the game offline is basically just save scum till I got the duplicate that I wanted, and that took a lot of time. So I literally just said, okay, I'll just use this mod. But it's not a very fun way to, it's not a very real way to play the game. Like it's fun, but after a while, it doesn't even matter, like the traits and the skills anyways, because your kind of learning gets big enough that you can just deal with all that. Kevin says the automation overlay mod is probably the best example of type of mods you like. Exactly, yeah. So I love the automation overlay. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically tells you the the values of all your automation and some other general info. I don't even remember what the mod does anymore because I've used it for so long now that I know it gives you this little overlay of what exactly the setting of your automation is. But yeah, I like mods like that are just sort of like another one that I have that I think people don't realize is opening the signal switch without opening the without actually going like this. So it's just that's a mod. That shouldn't be a mod in my opinion. I think you should just have to like click it and open it. I love exploits like infinite gas storage and liquid. Anything that the game codes adds a ton of convenience. Yeah, that's a great way of thinking about it too, Donnie. So totally agree with that take as well. I tried to keep this as vanilla as possible for the purposes of this playthrough, because I didn't know what kind of crowd I would get when I first started streaming. So I know there was a lot of let's say not backlash, so to speak, but maybe some not overly positive reactions to the infinite storage video that I made, and it was considered to be game breaking by a lot of people. So I tried to keep this playthrough as vanilla as possible, but also included some of the things that I like to do, like the infinite storage. So trying to find the best of both worlds, basically. Okay, so this needs an vent here. See if I can get this complete. Vent is pretty easy. I don't like infinite storage because I view the storage as significant challenge to the way I play the game, and that's totally fair as well, Kevin. So, you know, like there's a couple people that have came into the chat and said that they don't like the infinite storage, and that's perfectly fine. Whether it's how you play or you just don't like the fact that it exploits the game mechanic, whatever the reason, it's like that's what's so great about Ani, is that the game, you can literally play it any way you want because it's an offline game, and you should play it exactly how you have the most fun. And that's what I always say, is that is the best way to play any offline game. Okay, so let's go ahead and start filling this. Gene should be back pretty soon, so maybe Gene can test out the new rocket instead of leaving it up to Jorge. Okay, so we're gonna try to get rid of all this. Actually, I think we only need 300 or something, and then we'll turn this off. No, what? Scolding? Who's scolding? Guys, who is... Why is Jorge scolding? Oh, he was probably right here when the rocket landed. Of course. Of course he was. Unpermitted food. Oh, great. I gotta see what's going on here. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so it went away. I don't know. Everything should be okay. For some reason, we had some unpermitted food stuff there. Let's see what artifacts we got, though. We got the sandstone, the coffee mug, and modern art. Nice. I'll have to rebuild this, I suppose. I don't think it'll go straight through. I think I have to go like this. I plan on using BioLink mod instead of the duplicate specification mod in my next playthrough. Hopefully the darkness mod will work after the patch too. Never used the darkness mod before. What's that one about? It makes the game hard in a way. Oh, in a way I like value. Gotcha. Okay. The most recent version, I think, is darkness not included. It sounds like a Dark Souls version of Ani. Is that what it's like, Kevin? I have a funny story. I don't know how funny it is, you guys, but the people that know me in real life know that I'm not much of a not excluded. I'm not much of a fan of like ultra hard games. I like games that hold my hand to some extent. So we got 8 space artifacts now. Nice. But I also love games like this where you have to like base build and figure stuff out. So I tried playing Bloodborne or something. I don't even remember which game it was. Maybe it was Dark Souls or Bloodborne, or there was an old game on the PS3 called Demon's Souls. And you start in like some sort of cemetery for the tutorial, and I couldn't even get out of the tutorial because I just was overwhelmed at like the tutorial was trying to like teach you how to play the game or something, and I was just like, this is too much for me. So I just I just ended up quitting on the tutorial. It was one of those 3 games. It was either Bloodborne, Dark Souls, or Demon's Souls. I was just like, no, this game's just not for me. I can already tell. So that's pretty funny. I'm just not the most willing to try those or to play those type of games rather. I mean, it would be I don't know. I know a lot of like Dark Souls or whatever is just basically, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's basically just like patterns. You figure out how the boss fights, and it's easy from there on out. Or easy as in like you still need good reaction time, but boss has like patterns that it attack. I mean, I played God of War, so I mean I know how the bosses work in general in those type of games, but God of War you can also turn down the difficulty. So I usually play on normal in God of War, and then I'll replay on hard. I've never actually, have I played on Give Me God of War? I'm not sure if I have. I don't think I did. I think I played on hard. It makes the game dark and much bigger bonus for non-illuminated areas. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of interesting. I always wondered like why the game doesn't penalize you more for that. My newest playthrough is on Run Event's Legacy Industrial Revolution. It's super complex so far, the whole DLC in itself. But I haven't seen any content on it, so it's been fun figuring it out. That's why I was curious on your take on mods, because this one's been game changing and it feels illegal. I'll have to look that up. Excuse me, I forgot to mute there. Hopefully you guys didn't hear anything. Let me put that in my notepad. Something I'll look at. There it is. Oh, is that the same thing, Kevin? Then I already have it. Then. Let me just scroll up here. I have a bunch of different. Yeah, I got rocket melting. I got Williams. Williams, he wanted me to try a certain seed for my next playthrough. I got a lot of different things. I just got a backlog of stuff that I that I gloss over at some point. Okay, so we got a little bit of, again, same thing as happened before. I'm not the best with names. So if you tell me something and it goes by a name, I'm more likely to forget than not. It's just one of those things that with my brain. It has a bunch of custom mod container mod integrated, as well as a bunch of other things. Rest in peace, Ronovan. You okay? That's okay. Now I recall the conversation. Now it's the one that was picked up by someone else. Got it. Got it. Yeah, but it's my bad. It's just my brain is like completely horrible when it comes to remembering names. But once I understand, I know the context, it's a little bit better. Okay, let's fuel these things. I don't know how much we're gonna need. Probably 900 on at least a couple. Okay, another thing that I should do also is put some cargo on here. Let's see here. I want to get the... kind of make it the same as this. I mean, I should... okay. I have to rebuild that. But basically, add the cargo module. And then the artifact one. Where is the artifact one? Put 3 artifacts on here. And then where's the battery? The battery's all the way down there. Might as well just keep the battery at the top. Let me move it up to the top here. Oh, I put the different cargo module. Never mind. Whoops. I mean, I guess I can keep that. Doesn't matter. It's actually better for longer duration missions. No, he's already deleted it. Okay, regular cargo module. There we go. And it looks the same. It looks kind of cool. I don't need steel here. Oh, this is hydrogen. I do need steel now. So a lot of this thing is probably going to melt because this was a rocket platform designed for petroleum. So we'll see what melts and then we'll rebuild it. The hydrogen is almost there. Got to keep this going. We'll see how much that puts in, and then we'll continue from there. Actually, that I don't know. What's that? That's granite. Yeah, I might as well delete that. That's useless. Where did that polluted water go? Oh, it probably evaporated because it got put here. Okay, okay, I got you. Okay, so hopefully this rocket can launch now. I mean, maybe we should put a drill cone on here as well, so I can collect stuff on the way. But in the meantime, let's send this one to... where did I want to go? The cold one? You start to get the Terra open? Yeah, let's do that one. So let's go to the cold asteroid. We'll take some more crew with us. We'll take Dig and Donnie. You're coming with us this time, Donnie. And we'll take Gene. Get some more hydrogen in here. And then what do we want to do there? I think we already have everything. We need gold. So we gotta go in our thing here. We need gold in here. I don't think I didn't push. Okay. We have steel. Oh, we have glass, gold. I think that's it. What's in here? Steel. Okay, we have glass, gold, and steel. That should be good enough to take the other asteroid with us for the time being. Everything else we're good. We got Dig and Donnie. Let's make sure Dig and Donnie can eat. And we'll select the destination to the cold planet. As soon as Donnie gets on board, we are good to go. Oh, we don't have a fuel yet, so we'll keep waiting. The fueling takes a little bit because we're so far away. But as soon as we have a fueled, we'll send it to the other planet. That should be enough fuel now. And then we can get this online. Activate that, rebuild the power, build some automation, maybe build a second generator. This is going to be a problem. Have to move the egg. I don't know where the egg is. I'll have to find it. That doesn't chop my duplicates up. It must be right here. I don't know. I can't seem to find the egg. That's okay. He's stuck there anyway. I guess this was not fully done. This one's fully done. Let's send one more. One more should be more than enough. We're not going very far anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I kind of want the isosap too, so I don't have to keep repairing this stuff because we're just wasting ceramic, but we're so close. Maybe that's where I should go. Let's just get all this working. A payload opener. Let's see what materials I need for that. I need gold amalgam, 120 watts. Yeah, we'll go here. I want to get the isosap because this is... Maybe we can do both. We can do both. Send him some more. So I was playing earlier. I had to take a break because I was trying to cool down my colony using water as the heat exchange, and I melted the polar ice caps and mercury flooded the base, and yeah, I decided to restart with what I know. That's how it always is, Zero. How it always is. We learn from our mistakes. That's the best way to play on it, is just to continue to restart. I think, like, I mean, I don't even know if I was going to show all my saves, but I don't even know if I have them all. I think I deleted a bunch of them now, so it wouldn't really matter. But I probably have 100 different restarts, so I think that's the best way to learn, really. Is just to break something and then try it again. But yeah, it does suck when you have to put in all that time and then you have to start all over again. Although I think that's one of the best parts of the game, is playing the start over again. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, good evening. Thank you for joining tonight. I'll be live for another 30 minutes or so, maybe 40-ish, depending on how this mission goes. The crew is aboard. Just gotta get these guys out of the way. That's how I learned how to play RimWorld, Project Zomboid, and Surviving Mars. Oh, I like Surviving Mars. I bought, but I never played. How do you like that, Zero? Yeah, that's how I learned. That's how I learned to play Civ as well. Civilization, basically. Same type of game where you just have to keep trying and trying. Oh, I forgot to do this again. Oh, well. Why do you have to... Okay, that's fine. You're trying to repair it. I get it. I get it. Where are we even going? I don't even remember. Anyways, let's get Let's get Turner on the cot. Or Ada, I guess. So let's see where we're going. We don't want to turn around right away. So yeah, we're going to go to the cold asteroid, try to figure that one out. I was just hoping to complete the Great Escape for the first time before the patch drops, and oh, that's awesome. That's a good goal. I hope you get it, Jim. I'm really trying to get this playthrough done before the patch drops as well. I hope we can both get there. How close are you so far, Jim? We're almost done this, but I don't know if we're gonna make it. I have to stream some more during the week. If we're gonna, oh, I don't want the bugs. If we're gonna make it. Kevin says, I was so pissed about them relaunching Surviving Mars, but I found out that there might be improvements to play on Steam Deck, and if you own the game prior, it's only $20. So I'm less pissed, although I still think it should have been a free patch. Yeah, it's always unfortunate when you have to pay again, but I guess that's the trend these days, isn't it? It's just to always re-release, and that's what it seems to be like. Even with AAA titles, it's kind of expected, I guess, in a bad way for that to happen. Yeah, I hear ya. That is disappointing. I mean, at least it's only 20. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it still sucks to have to pay for it again. That's for sure. Oh, I was going to put Russell's teapot here. Totally forgot about... Do I even have room for Russell's teapot? I don't think I do. The amount of neutronomium present in this teapot suggests it has crossed the threshold of space-time continuum on countless occasions, floating through multiple universes over a plethora of times and spaces. I've got pods on all planetoids, but none of them are active yet as I built them with rovers. They're going to drop some dupes on each and activate the pods, then power the Terra open. So you're pretty close. You have a chance to get it. That's for sure. I guess it just depends on how much time you have to play before the patch drops. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I hope so. Good luck to you, Jim. I hope that you get there. You're so close. What would you say from experience hurts frames the most? For me, it seems to be having too many dupes or too many conveyor rails. That's a good question, Donnie, and that's a good question for the chat as well. Maybe the chat can give some of their own perspective if you guys are not lurking. I think for me, it's really helped to. Again, this is it's been a while since I played a full playthrough, so I don't remember exactly, but it's the first time that I used infinite storage, and it's the first time I made it to cycle 1600 without like super lag. So I think infinite storage helps a little bit. I think not having very many demanding mods that change the game a lot does that. Like Jim just said, sweeping everywhere for sure. Like I've kept everything in a little infinite storage here. And a little infinite storage here, so that's helped a lot. What else? I think trying to keep your gases like in order, so not having like too many different types of heating and cooling and different types of gas production going on. Like you got to think for sure that all these gases interacting with each other and all the heat does something to the CPU. For sure it has to. I mean, even if it's very minuscule, even if you have like you need 1,000 before, let's say 1,000 different interactions before your game starts to lag, like how easy is it to hit that on a large scale? Another thing is that I'm kind of alluded to earlier in this stream is I don't colonize all my planets. I've never have because first of all, I can't even mentally, not even mentally capable of managing all that at the same time. I'd probably have duplicates dying left and right. But also, you know, like I don't have anything going on these other planets, right? So it's a lot less CPU usage when you have like literally nothing happening here. Another thing is critters. So having your critters somewhat contained, where actually Kevin just kind of alluded to that, the pathing changes. Having your critters like not literally everywhere, like especially puffs, because puffs have like a massive like navigation guideline here or whatever pathing. I think not having a bunch of puffs just flying around also helps. Now, what would be the most effective? It's hard to say, just because I've never played with, like, I've never isolated the issues. You know what I mean? I've always tried to. Oh, great! I just melted all this because it's not. Yeah, it's sandstone. Well, that's just lovely. Can we even get out now? We have steel. I can build a fire pole, I guess, but I have to wait till some of the heat dissipates. Can I like build the fire pole like this? This is the most scuffed fire pole setup ever. Oh, shine bugs? Yeah, shine bugs for sure. Anything that moves in 3D. I have a long habit of only using obsidian for ladders near rockets. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I don't even know if I have obsidian. I think Dig and Donnie needs food, by the way, before I forget. Maybe I didn't have obsidian available here, but yeah, it definitely should have been obsidian. Dig and Donnie here. Let's see. Am I not giving you the bristleberry or whatever, the berry sludge? Yeah, you are. You can eat the berry sludge. What are you talking about? Unpermitted food, Dig and Donnie. Anyways, yeah, I melted all the wiring as well. That's cool. May as well build it out of steel because it's just gonna happen again. Let's build another solar panel. And I gotta rebuild the smart battery somewhere else because it's gonna melt again. Let's put the smart battery here. Right here. And then build this out of gold. That's the Terra opener. The Temporal Terra opener. Did I build this out of steel? Yes, I did. Okay. We're almost there. We just need to. Oh, we need to. Oh, just it's obstructed. I have to open it up as well. So this might not be the best spot for the solar panel. So it can't be obstructed anyways. Go ahead and I don't have obsidian on here, unfortunately. I might be able to mine it out. But let's just have these guys finish what they got to do because they don't have a lot of oxygen here. I mean, they have as much oxygen until these things run out. Unpermitted. Who was that? Somebody is. My world with 4,500 cycles finally crapped out, but I have everything from Paku farm to petroleum boilers and 30. Wow, that's a lot. I've never made it to that far, Donnie. That's very impressive. I mean, it's impressive on the sense that your computer was able to run that at all. I wasn't surprised. I'm just curious on what to do better to maintain good frames on this new run. Yeah, I mean, I think if you just follow those tips that kind of everyone had, you should be probably okay. Let's build some backup here as well. Some backup, not sandstone. Oh, I guess they can't get down. I was wondering, like, why aren't they doing this thing that I told them to do? There we go. Can I build like natural tiles here out of I guess I can build a little bit here. Just want to not have it overheat everything insanely quickly again. A 1,000 hours into 1.1. Wow. That's impressive, Donnie. Congrats on that. That's awesome. I already feel like I play too much and should probably touch grass. Nah, that's nonsense, Jim. You can't play too much. I haven't touched grass in 20 years. You know, I actually really want a rock garden, so like I wanted to move to Arizona at one point so I could buy a house and have a rock garden and not have to deal with any sort of grass, just so people couldn't say go touch grass. Well, no, and I also love rock gardens and dirt. So line of sight, I suppose obviously you have to cancel this thing. So there we go. Too few printing pods. Oh, it won't open the... Oh, right. I forgot about that. Anyways, at least this is done. Okay, so we got one thing done here. I need to make a printing pod here. Not too hard. I don't think I'm going to activate it just yet, because obviously I don't want any duplicates here. I'll just activate it, whatever. I'm sad to admit I have over 5,200 hours in Audi. I've never taken a colony past cycle 800 because I always start anew. Sir Imperial Mike, that is awesome though. Like, restarting is one of the best things, and I won't let anyone convince me of otherwise. So I don't think that's something at all that's sad to admit. That is pretty awesome. Again, it's like I always say, it's a single player game, so do what you think is the most fun. And if the most fun thing is restarting over and over, then so be it. That's how you want to play. That's how you play. Are they going to build this or are just going to hang out? I think maybe we're out of gold. Are we out of gold here? No, we still have gold. Oh, is this gold amalgam? It's gold amalgam. I got you. All right. Anyway, so we have another two pods out of 5. 2 pods out of 5. Let's go to the other planet now. I think it's this one. Can I grab a artifact here? Yes, I can. So I'll grab an artifact. Is there an artifact somewhere here? While we're here, I guess we can dig a little bit. Just to kind of see what's going on here. Oh no, Gene! Oh my god, don't fall asleep there. Like literally anywhere but there. Please. No, why? Can you not go in the rocket to fall asleep in the rocket? Oh, okay, Donnie's got the thing. Like, you can literally sleep anywhere but there. Well, hey, Willie. So, Gene keeps trying to go to sleep beside the Poke Shell. That's what you've been. Look, here she comes again. Dude. Okay, I'll just build you a bed. How about that? Literally anywhere is good but here. Well, the Pokeshell doesn't seem to care, but still. Just kind of freaks me out. Like, why there? I moved her several times, but she literally, that's where she wants to go. Anyways, yeah, we'll build an extra bed, I guess, just in case. Get them digging a little bit. See if we can find something that's interesting here. What's this? So what have you missed? You missed, we landed well, we tried to figure out how to launch a petroleum rocket for like an hour, unfortunately. For some reason, my petroleum rocket was not launching, so I just decided to restart and not worry about it at all. And then now we're here. Now we're just trying to get down, see what's going on this asteroid, have some fun. The stream's gonna be over soon, maybe in a half an hour or so. We got some artifacts. We built a printing pod, so we're making our way to the end of the game here, slowly but surely. Digging Donnie's in charge of digging here, so I'm sure he's gonna get himself stuck. I think the most fun part of this game is trying to break all the game mechanics. Yeah, I guess that could be interesting in and of itself. Is seeing which is the best way to do something and so on and so forth. There's a lot of iron here, so I don't want that to drop in. I guess I can keep digging a little bit lower. I mean, we have food, we have oxygen. We shouldn't have too much of a problem. Just trying to see if there's anything here that I can harvest. I don't think so. Oh, there's some more geysers. Let's see what we got. We got a iron volcano and another. Whoa, we got lots of iron volcanoes here. Don't really need those anymore, but that's cool. Got some carbon dioxide. I guess we're done with this asteroid for now. There's nothing else that we can do. Maybe we'll take some duplicants and try to survive on here at some point. Let's I mean, yeah, it's okay. I think it's time to leave this asteroid. Let's go collect the thing from space. Go to here, get the crew on board. Crew's on board already, and then launch. Let's see what we destroy by launching. Hopefully not a whole lot. All right, well, I just have to bring better material next time. We destroyed a lot. We destroyed conductive wire, fire pole, all the fire poles. Are you not going to get the achievement? Which achievement, William? I'm trying to get the achievements for finishing the game, like this one, if that's what you're referring to. Trying to get these finished. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. And then whatever achievements that we can get. Yeah, whatever achievements that we can get during this playthrough. But my main goal is to get this done before the update. And then work on any achievements that I'm missing after. I know I'm missing the achievement for... This is the one I wanted was to tame a mumu or whatever it's called. These guys. So I'm missing that one. What else am I missing? Can't quite think of it off the top of my head at the moment, but I know I'm missing a couple more. Okay, one thing that I have to do is I'm not sending George or Jorge anymore on these missions. I'm sending Bert. Bert is so close to rocket piloting. He can do basically everything. So Bert's gonna be our next pilot. So we're gonna send Bert on a rocket mission here. Bert is our pilot, and who should we send with Bert? I guess Bert can go by himself. It just needs a drill cone. So, oh, William, what? Another thing that you missed, kind of interesting. The Gasimu, that's the one. The Gasimu, we had a petroleum rocket here, as you know, and for some reason it wouldn't launch. Every time I tried to launch, it kept saying that this spacefaring module was not accessible, even though I had the crew inside. And we eventually just restarted and rebuilt it into a hydrogen. The temporal tear cannot be opened if you don't do something on the asteroid. You just leave. But yeah, so there's a couple things I have to do for the tear. Why is there a guy stuck in here? Okay. One thing is that I have to activate the printing pods on the 5 asteroids, and I have to fill it with rads. But oh, that's the wrong asteroid. But there's no point in me turning on like the rad thing, because I think this has to be open to accept the rads, right? Yeah, temporal tear opener. I think this is so like open. I don't know if this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks like it's closed until I open up more portals. So what I was thinking is there's no point in me. It's already open. Okay, I didn't know that was already open. I thought this was like a closed visual thing here. But anyways, I have no power to charge this anyway. So we have a serious lack of power on this asteroid. So what I was thinking of doing is bringing like hydrogen here and setting up a hydrogen generator and just powering this. So that was also, and I have an interplanetary beacon anyways. Oh, which it doesn't have power. I melted the wire for it. I have to come back here. Oh, it opens when it fires. I gotcha. I thought this was supposed to be open at all times. So what? Okay. I didn't realize I melted the wire for this, but I was gonna send over hydrogen and all the materials to build a hydrogen generator just to keep this on. So I'll just send it over. I'll just send another mission over while these guys are doing something else. And I guess I could send them back. They have enough. They certainly have enough fuel to do that. So I could re-land them. Let's see what they have in their. They have steel, I think. They have steel, so they could rebuild it and then just leave. Not that big of a deal, I suppose. I want the beacon online. Yeah, tungsten wires. I should make some tungsten. I think I have enough wolframite to build that. But yeah, steel is fine. I have steel on the rocket. Then I can at least send over things with my interplanetary launcher, which works, by the way. We tried that the last episode and it seems to work pretty well. And it's not the most elegant setup, but it definitely does work. So once they get here, I'll send them back over, and then we'll unpermitted food. Okay, there it is. Unpermitted food is Bert. Why are you in here, Bert? You don't have to be in here. I don't know how they get stuck in here all the time. Just leave, bro. I had it like literally uncrewed. Yeah, after they get that, I recommend cracking open all the iron volcanoes on the tundra planetoid while you're there. It's cold enough that it shouldn't cause any problems, and it's free iron to build with. Okay, so that's not a bad idea, Jim. Maybe I could, or you could change the rocket platform to a better position. That's a good point too. I will do that, William. Good point. So that's not a bad idea, Jim. Oh, that's the wrong one. Basically, I could move it up here, and that'll be more than enough out of the way. And then, yeah, you're right. I probably could just open these guys up, and it wouldn't be that bad. Like, I don't think there's anything else on here that's of value, and I just have free, very hot iron. At least on this asteroid, it would be back. While they're doing that, let's launch the other rocket. Well, we can't right now because this is a thing. So this one we'll send it to the tree. We want to get the tree online. So again, we just need some. We need to relocate this. We need some gold. The rocket platform is over here. So again, I'll move that over probably. Oh no, Chewie says, oh no. It's like 100 degree, minus 100 degree ice. Remember, it's easy to a volcano, not too easy to close it. That's a good point too, William. That is a good point as well. Chewy, what's oh no, Chewy? Good night. Hey, Marcos. Thank you for joining me tonight. Good night to you. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We're just we're just trying to get some space missions complete with our duplicants here. Entombed. All right, let's get that fixed up. Since I do need some more artifacts, I think it makes sense to send Bert on his own space mission just to collect a few. And then let's see, like, where could we go to collect an artifact? What do we got here? We got that one I already had. That one I already have. There's a cluster here, which okay, I can collect 3 here. Boom, boom, boom. But if I send them here, can I get anything cool out of it? I'd rather have... What's over here? We got obsidian, molten iron, copper, sand, glass. Nothing too interesting. I think I'm... What's this one? No. Nice, I still don't know anything about space. I don't have the space DLC. Check out my latest video, Marcos, on how to get started in space. Do you have 3 artifact modules? Yes, I do. I have 3 artifact modules, Jim, on both my rockets. My latest video, Marcos, tells you an approach that you can take to get into space, and I have the rocketry video coming out hopefully this week. So, something to look out for. But I think it's going to be a 3 or 4 part series on all things related to space. The first part is exclusively on how to get there, which is actually a very it's a lot more hard for new players than you would think. Only 5% of only 5% of the total Oxygen Not Included player base has ever used a bunker door or launched a rocket. So getting to space is actually way less common than you might think for people. That's why the video that I just released was so like beginner friendly. I tried to make it as beginner friendly as possible, so it helps people out just to like access this area to begin with. And then the next video hopefully is just an incredibly easy way to get you started in rockets. One small step for Marcos, one big step for duplicants. That's it. Okay, so let's send, before I leave tonight, let's send Bert on his own mission. Let's see if this thing can even launch, because that was the big problem last time. So let's get Bert online on here. And again, we're going to send, we'll send them to, well, let's see, what do we have? We have oxalite, we have some glass, gold, more glass. I don't think I need that much glass, and sandstone. Instead of the sandstone, let's get some steel in here. So before let's get some steel, and then we can build stuff. I want super coolant so much, but there's bigger problems in my colony. Food and energy already in that way to solve it. Yeah, you gotta start with the small problems and work your way up. That's how it is. In Oxygen Not Included. At least, you know, once you get to rocketry, one of the easiest ways that someone else recommended, well, I don't know if this wouldn't be easy for me, but is to find these planetoids, or asteroids rather, that already have fullerene instead of going on the which one is it? The water planet. So some of them, so like for instance, you can get fullerene on the Gilded Asteroid, which is quite far, by the way. But somebody was saying that's easier than trying to settle on the water asteroid and bring in fullerene back from that. So there's like 2 different ways you could do it, I suppose. Just something to consider when you get there. when you get there, Marcos. Why is this taking forever? Can they not get on here? Building melted. Okay, well, they landed again. Everything's melting. So let's... I don't have... Oh my goodness, can I even get off here? I guess I can build this out of steel this time. Let's do this. They should be able to... They should be able to make this jump. Oops. Yeah, okay, so they can... This is how they get off my my rocket. It's kind of hilarious. And then we'll just... Oh, the rocket has to be in orbit probably to... Can I build a second one? Did I use up all my steel? Yeah, I don't think I can build it now. Are there any obsidian on the asteroid? I don't think there's obsidian here. Sandstone, mafic rock, granite. I don't think it would be under. I think would it be minerals? Probably minerals, right? Yeah, or not. Probably not organic. Miscellaneous, maybe. Abyssalite. Yeah, I don't think there's any obsidian here, but it's okay. It's made out of steel now, so now it'll be good. Just kind of disappointed that I can't just build it. I guess I can even iron. I don't have enough. I don't have enough of anything. Let's see, metals. Oh, if I mine this out, I might have enough. I got iron down here. Oh, there's another satellite down here. Another thing that I wanted to do is... I should have did this before my first rocket launch, but just put our insulated tiles here. Hopefully I have enough for that. Crack open them volcanoes. You'll have lots of time. Well, this is dormant. This one's... I mean, yeah, it would be interesting to crack them open anyways. Seeing what would happen, wouldn't it? How much radiation is here? Quite a bit. Maybe let's not crack that one open. Okay, well, let me see if I can rebuild the rocket platform. Oh, I can rebuild it. What am I talking about? I was looking at those numbers in reverse. That's silly. Anyways, we'll just rebuild this one here. My duplicates can't get there. Hang on. So maybe just like this. We'll melt these, I suppose. And then I wanted to reconnect this. This is the main reason I came back. Is to have it so this is all steel. Just gonna make sure. Steel. Gold. It's kind of precarious. Let's see if I can change it all to steel. Oh, you're right. How tall is this? I got 3 spaces, and this is no. Thanks for the heads up, Jim. Gotta dig all this out. Sorry, I missed a little bit of the chat here. I tame a volcano, currently using industrial brick with another 3 close by. Been using 2 natural gas vents for core energy. The one near the bottoms are safer if that's your concern. Platform low enough. It's gonna be low enough now. Although I kind of liked how it's in space here. Maybe I should just build a little rocket tunnel for it. I'm going through all this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, the Hydra's definitely a pretty good way to go, Marcos. I have a video on building the Hydra. If you want to build the exact same one that I already built. So check that one out. If you want to build the Hydra. Hopefully it's helpful enough that you can follow it almost step by step, and just don't forget any of the connection ports. I don't know if I forgot any of that in the video that I made about the Hydra, but I know there's one video I made where I forgot to connect like wires or something, and I felt really bad about that. But yeah, just don't forget any of your connections at all steps, otherwise you got to rebuild it, and that sucks. You know what? Like, maybe I'll just close this off with insulated tile. I mean, I have more than enough of it. Just make a giant steam room. Sort of like that. Something like that. Your video is the one I followed first? Awesome. Happy to hear, Jim. I know it's not like the best of the best Hydras, for sure. But I always try to make them as new player friendly as possible. I take a lot of pride in trying to be as new player friendly as... Oh, I can get the artifact too. As I can be. Yeah, while we're here, I guess we might as well just get the artifact, right? It'll take 1,000 cycles to not all in the ice in the steam. Yeah, it's a lot of ice. But gotta get the artifact first. Even still, I'll just block it off anyways, just in case I want to not have too much steam or water or whatever. I can always open it back up. There's another one here? Holy smokes. Another one. Crazy. They're everywhere. Anyways, these guys are doing pretty good. Something's in two. Oh, that's this thing. And then we'll take this. The old X-ray. Let's go ahead and move this into the rocket. We still have food, oxygen. We're still good in here. We're still good. I think it has 4 iron volcanoes or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't know they were always iron. Donnie says, I've always built SPOMs, the large Rodriguez to be specific. Are Hydras better or are they relatively equivalent? So yeah, let me show you exactly why Hydras are way better. Like, they're substantially better, Donnie. Not just by a little bit. So, let me just make sure they're going to be working here. Looks like they're okay. This is what I want them to focus on, though, so let's get all this done. So, Donnie, this is a Hydra. As you know, you've seen it before. These 4 electrolyzers are the only thing that has been running for my entire base since I built it to make oxygen. And they're carrying my 19 duplicates just fine. And in fact, I have a surplus of oxygen. I have 1,500 kilograms, 15,000 kilograms of oxygen in reserve. So I have an insane amount of oxygen and hydrogen here in reserve from this Hydra. The reason that the Hydra is way better is that you're using a again, this is kind of what we were talking about earlier in the game, earlier in the stream as well, Donnie, is the electrolyzer never overpressurizes, so it works. It has 100% uptime ratio, versus the SPOM, it's continuously overpressurizing because restrictions of how it has to be built for the natural oxygen and hydrogen separation. So in this case, we're putting just enough gas. Sorry, we're putting just enough liquid around it, two different types of liquid, that we don't flood it. But so that means it works all the time, kind of like an infinite storage system like this. This is essentially what we're doing to it. And then the hydrogen and oxygen just get naturally separated into the separate compartments that we designate. So this is so powerful because these run continuously, and it also has a naturally built-in infinite storage system. Or I better make sure I don't kill these duplicates. Because if it's, I can't have them. Okay, well it's too cold anyway. It shouldn't be a problem. But I was just thinking, like, what if they died because I wasn't paying attention? That would be unfortunate. So yeah, it's the Hydra is tenfold better than the SPOM. That's not to say that the SPOM is bad. So I'm a very strong advocate for building the SPOM, especially if you're a new player, because I find the SPOM to be easier to build. And the SPOM is, I think the SPOM is less of a headache, especially if you've never done the like filling it up with water before. It's just very easy to mess something up here and then have to rebuild it all and put the water back in and all that stuff. Sorry, or not the water. I keep calling it water. I mean liquids in general. So I see I've never looked into it before. I've just gone with what I already knew, but I'm gonna head straight to your vid. Yeah, check out the vid. And if you follow the vid like Jim did, just be aware that I don't think I mention it. I'm a man of exploits, so you sold me. Awesome. Just be aware that I think there's a portion where I forget to connect one of the power wires, or because you need a lot of things here. You need power. Like, you don't need automation. I like to have automation because I don't need 8 electrolyzers running. I mean, it's like, that's insane. That's like 64 duplicate capacity, I think. But you also need, a ventilation for your oxygen and hydrogen. You need water. So just don't forget all that stuff. And what I do, this is the best part about the Hydra, is, like I said, since it already has a natural infinite storage built right into it because of what's going on here, you can cool the oxygen locally before you send it into your base. So all this is being cooled locally in my Hydra before it gets sent out. So everything that leaves the Hydra is incredibly cold oxygen and it's straight into my base. And that's why I prefer the Hydra. So let's go ahead and open this up. And we're good to go. The opposite Hydra is much simpler for me to build. I mean, certainly, Jim, it has its intricacies that makes it easier. I guess it just depends. Like for me, I'm very, very forgetful. So there's been a time, I don't know if it was this playthrough or another playthrough, but where I forgot to do something here and I had to reopen up all these, like, it was like something down here. So I had to open up like half the Hydra just to go and fix what I had to fix. And it was just such a pain when you're not in sandbox mode. Like, sandbox mode, obviously I use for the tutorials, so it's it makes sense, right? But it's just such a pain when you forget something. The SPOM, you can really easily get back into it. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I think now over here, can we build a hydrogen? No, we don't. We can't really build anything. So when we come back to this asteroid, we'll build some. I guess we can set the stage for what we want to build here. Build some hydrogen generators here, sort of like that. This guy's very angry, but he doesn't seem to care about anything, so that's amazing. Uh, let me just get Gene out of here. And then we'll put some storage. I mean, I don't know how we're gonna set this up first, but I'll have like a gas storage here, something like this. I guess I have to bring more metals. I don't really want to build this out of steel. But let's get the rocket back. 'Cause I do have to go soon. I do have to go to work tomorrow, so let's get the rocket back home for now. Actually, get the rocket back home. Crew was aboard, I think. Let's see what melts this time. And it's pretty hot down here, but that cools pretty quickly. And then we built some ladders. At least this is still online, so that's good. We didn't break. That's the most important thing. So get the crew back home. And then that effectively brings the stream to an end for today. I'm just gonna go through the chat and hang out with you guys for a bit while they make their way back home. And the next stream, I hope to do one throughout the week, so I can keep progressing towards finishing this playthrough. I do have to do a video this week, so we'll be taking some time to do that as well. Probably do a recording tomorrow. So let's just take a look at the chat, what you guys are up to, talking about. So, yes, Donnie says he's gonna see the video after the stream. Yeah, so I built almost the exact same one, Donnie. Maybe a little bit different. I forgot exactly how it looks. But yeah, you can cool. That's honestly the best part, is that you can cool the Hydra locally, which is amazing. I'm the opposite. Hydra is much simpler. Okay, I already responded to that. The reason I use the Hydra is because I'm focused on getting the achievement, or else I would consider petroleum on the start. Interesting. Is there an achievement for Hydra, or it must not be for Hydra? It must be for something specific related to some sort of consumption. The full Rodriguez is huge and takes forever to either empty the gases out or tinker with getting the max gases right. You can either do cooling, etc., with a single electrolyzer, Hydra. Yeah, and not only that, Jim. The thing with the full Rodriguez is that you can never get the mixtures exactly right. Like, you'll always have the electrolyzers always over pressurizing. So at a certain point, the full Rodriguez will become too small for your colony. Versus the Hydra, you can just pre-build it with extra electrolyzers like this, and then you can just turn them on at will. And then this produces like an insane amount of oxygen and hydrogen. I mean, I have the water to support it. I don't feel the need to run it because I know I have enough. I know I have enough oxygen as it is. I'll be doing a test in my sandbox world. Does the layout matter at all? Other than the two liquids preventing overpressurizing, of course. The layout doesn't really matter. So if you watch the video, you can make it more horizontal or more vertical. Like you can just make it, let's say 2 wide and like 10 tall. So you really don't need to worry about the layout as long as you don't mix up the gas and the hydrogen outputs. So let's go to the overlay here. The gas, one side will always be hydrogen and one side will always be oxygen. And just make sure that where you build your airflow tiles are it's very specific, very, very specific. And you don't want to have it a situation where, let's say you put 2 hydrogen, or let's say you surround one electrolyzer with only hydrogen, because obviously then your oxygen won't have anywhere to go. Just be aware that it has to go like oxygen, hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen. But as far as the layout, you can certainly make this, like this is the hydrogen stem. You can make this go as high as you want and just keep adding more electrolyzers. And likewise with the oxygen, you can make this as low as you want and just keep adding more electrolyzers. So it could be like literally 1 by 100 and it would work. Sean says, thanks for streaming. Thank you for sticking around, Sean, from the beginning to the end. Really appreciate it. As always, you are always here and supporting, and thank you so much for that. Jim says, the hydrogen wants to come out on the right and the O2 on the left. Just and to make sure it works, you have to prime each side. That's a really good point, Jim. I believe I do mention that in the video, but you do have to prime it. So the easiest way to prime, once you already have your finished chamber, I always make a liquid lock for it. It's the easiest thing to do because then you can always service it. Just bring a duplicate in here with a canister of hydrogen and just empty the canister, and likewise empty the oxygen here. Very easy. Super sustainable achievement. Okay, I definitely don't think I have that. Let's see what achievements. You know what? Let's do blueprints. We haven't done blueprints in a while. Kiki says, "Hey Ethan, long time no see. Hey Kiki, how are you doing? How are you doing tonight? It has been a while. Thank you so much for stopping by. I plan to try something with Ronavin's Legacy in my next playthrough on the sub mods that has pumps to take in much more gas at a time." Thank you, Ethan and Jim, says Donnie. So that's, yeah, I know I said this last time, but it's just one of those things where I'm just awful with these mods. I gotta take a look at these mods that you guys all recommend. I have like a whole list of mods that I say I'm gonna keep checking up on, and I inevitably get distracted. Let's do some blueprints before I leave. I got one. I did them last stream, I think. Yay, we got the bright checkers. Bright orange checkers. So yeah, I will be back, hopefully before Friday. Again, I'll always keep you guys posted in the Discord, or I'll make a community post on YouTube. Definitely will be here Friday night though, if I'm not back throughout the rest of the week. But I really want to be here, so I'll make significant effort to make that happen. But I really want the video to be done as well. I can't put the video off for too long. So there we go. We got Gene back, and Donnie. Donnie's back as well. Elusive Ocelot says, "Thanks for streaming. Thank you for being here." Likewise, Elusive Ocelot, from the beginning to the end. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the support. Jim says, "I got 4 pairs of gloves." Oh, someone is scolding again. A crap shirt. 400 spool furniture I already had already. Oh, you guys know that you can sell. Just be sure to use my seed. I still have your seed, William. I know that just sounds awful, but I still have your seed that I'm gonna use. Thank you, Ethan, for the stream. Have a great rest of your night. Good night, all. So yeah, just one more thing before we leave entirely. Yeah, William has insisted that I use his seed. That's what she said. So yeah, when you guys go to the supply closet, I don't know if you, just in case you don't know, you can sell your duplicates. So if you have 2 mining ceiling lights, you just recycle one, and you get 200 credit for it, and then you can buy. These are all your credits, and then you can buy something that you don't already have. You will thank me later. I'm sure your seed is wonderful. Yeah, so you can buy, like, you know, a pink sink or something. I learned this from you. Well, I'm happy that I could you taught me a lot, Kevin, so I'm happy that I was able to reciprocate something. Yeah, just in case you guys didn't know, it's if you have like a ton of clothes, like Jim was saying, he has all these 4 pairs of gloves. Just sell your 4 pairs of gloves, and you can get a little bit for it. So yeah, some things are really good to have duplicates of because they give you a lot of credits. So, and I guess in the next update, you will be able to buy stuff with real money. So if you want to support, I know it's not like the most popular thing to do, but I really enjoy this developer. I think they make great games. I will be probably buying some stuff depending on how good they are, the products, and especially if they're cheap. Like, I'm not gonna spend $10 on a costume, but if they're like 99 cents, then hell yeah. Yeah, and there's, like Kevin was saying, there's a little thing here where it says it shows you what you have more than 2 of. That's a handy feature. Very, very handy. There you go. That is what I wanted to show you guys. I hope that you that's something that you can do in your next time you load the game. Check when's this next update releasing. I think in 2 weeks or so, Donnie. Maybe even less by now. Maybe even less. I know that developers said 3 weeks ago, like maybe a week and a half ago. So it's in beta. Yeah, it's in beta right now. You can probably get it if you configure your game to do so. You could do that through Steam. My lunch break's almost over, so I got to go back to work. I'll be back later. Unfortunately, Kiki, I'm headed out. I'm headed away for tonight. So if you want to watch the VOD, it's on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next stream. Thank you so much for stopping by on your lunch break. Really appreciate it. In 2 weeks from this past Friday. Super exciting. It is. Guys, thank you so much for being here, being supportive. Rest in peace, my mods. As always, if you're a lurker, I really appreciate your view as well, and really appreciate your support. If you really enjoyed the stream, hit the like button, hit the little heart icon next to the chat there where you type your messages. Hitting like and the little heart really helps me out, helps get the stream out to more people, and it helps grow the community. So thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for your support and just being here and chatting. That's the most important thing, as well for helping the video get to more people, and more people can find it and hang out with us. So it was a lot of fun once again. Hope we can finish this playthrough this month, hopefully. This month for sure. So good night, everyone, and I will see you guys on the next stream. Hopefully, hopefully Wednesday, let's say, but might have to be Friday, depending on how my work week goes. All right, take care, everyone. Have a great week. Oh, I forgot to say good night to everyone. Sorry, I always do this. I forgot. So if you've already left, that's cool, but if you'd like to leave, that's also cool. So Donnie, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Jim, William, thank you for being here. Kiki's already gone on back to work. Kevin Brown, as always, thank you so much, Kevin, for your presence and your insight. Scrolling through here, Chewy was here tonight. Elusive Ocelot here from start to finish. Sean Monahan here from start to finish. Thank you guys so much for being here, being the first ones here, and being so supportive of me. It means a lot that you guys show up at the start of almost every stream. It means a lot. Marcos, thank you guys so much for being here. It's been a while, I think, Marco, since I've seen you. I don't know if you were here. Were you here on the last stream? I can't remember. I know you were here maybe a week ago, but thank you so much for stopping by. Nice to see you again. Sir Imperial Mike, nice to see you once again as well. Been a while since you've been by. Thank you so much for stopping in. Really appreciate it. Zero the Liger. Thank you for coming by, Zero. Grizz349, thank you so much for stopping by once again. Uther, thank you so much, Uther. And Melotoki, I think I'm getting that right now. Melotoki, new viewer tonight. Thank you so much, Melotoki, for joining me tonight and joining the rest of the chat. Really great hanging out with you. Jaws was here tonight. Thank you so much, Jaws, for stopping in. Fairy Nan, hopefully that you were able to find the mod for playing in Spanish. Really hope that you can figure that out. And wow, that's as far as I can scroll. So that's not even this. I'm an hour away from the start of the stream, and I can't even scroll past anymore. Oh, Harley, yeah, I didn't even get to Harley because Harley was here from the beginning as well. And you guys so chatty tonight that I couldn't even scroll to the end or to the start. So thank you so much for all your support, for being here. And I will see you guys on the next stream.